like I said, also I mentioned, I did not enjoy some of the reviews that I read.
Yeah, it's
so,
just.
I hope.
I think they missed that it's a joke on toxicity, or it's a comment about it. It's about anger and yeah. I really think people just maybe didn't watch it. Now, granted, it is 90%, but it should be like 148%. I don't know how that's possible. Could we make that possible? Probably not.
Yes,
right?
Yes, let's do it.
No, but
let's hack into Rotten Tomatoes.
yeah, well, if someone plugs it like it's 147%. What?
Yeah.
I think it's just we watch so many movies, and it's really hard for particular films or moments to stick in my memory for a long period of time because mostly it's Deep Blue Sea, right? I'm 98% Deep Blue Sea, so the other 2% is fighting between thousands of other films. But this is a movie that's just really stuck with me. The moments. I mean, I know it's really simple, but just the daughter punching the box. You don't even have to explain it. You just need to see it. Like, it's just
exactly.
And but also some of the just absurd moments in it too, where she's like, "You need to go to bed. You need to go to bed. I'm the adult." It's the line readings are so unique too. It's I guess there are people.
What does he say to her? Like, what? I'm a grown man, orphan.
I'm a grown man.
Just being this man child crying on his daughter's bed. Like, it's funny.
And she's carrying him up, right? She's carrying him up to bed. The daughter. That's something your daughter should never have to do for you.
She's so worried about him. Exactly the way he was worried about his dad as well. Like, just being different from, like, she's a girl, he's a dude. But it was very much that. Like, it changed. It switched there. And it just showed, it's like that line that the coroner threw when Jim was like, I'm a dad. And he was like, no, you're not. Like, it kind of mixed into that because, like, no, you're still a man-child hung up with your daddy issues. So, and you're not being a dad because you just drove your car deliberately into.
Oh, yeah. I got so mad that I
too.
slammed it into a thing.
Yeah, this was from the airbag.
His vehicles have bad luck in his films. Smashing windows, driving them into things. Oh, man. I know I'm just loaded up with hyperbole here, but I dig it. All right, so what are your favorite moments in this? I know we've talked about a lot, but if you had to show 3 moments of this film to somebody, what would you do?
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, showed 3 were...
Oh, and he hates backseat drivers.
Oh, yeah.
We're no saints.
Well, I would say probably, like, the beginning scene at the AA, because I just thought that was, like, so good. And, yeah, I think that could just as well, like, I mean, there's a trailer for you, like, because that's how this guy's whole story starts.
And oatmeal cookies. Remember when there's oatmeal cookies? Yeah, feel fine to go get one right now. And he just stares the person down as they're walking to go get those oatmeal cookies.
Yeah, I'm talking, but fine. Go get your oatmeal cookies, whatever. Like, don't mind me just standing here, like, trying to open up about my feelings. Yeah. Oh, wow. There's I need to think about this because it's a lot. Like, yeah, like I said, I love it when he goes and, like, attacks Brock. I know it sounds funny, but I mean, if you know the scene, you know it's so hysterical. Like, I mean, like, yeah, he goes to the dude's house. First, he uses his daughter that's lying in the hospital. He uses her finger to open her phone to get Brock's, like, address, obviously. Because the next scene, we just, like, hear the mother screaming because she thinks it's an intruder. Because he's wearing that, like, a T-shirt half wrapped around his face. The mom can't see it's, like, Officer John. And, like, he starts going off on Brock. Like, and when the mother sees, oh, no, it's John, she's like, what did you do? Starts hitting her son. Oh, gosh,
that's my favorite. Funny. I love that part, too. Oh, it's so good. Because the mom gets his back. Oh,
exactly. She's like, immediately. Because, I mean, that's the thing. If you see an officer is going off on your teenage boy, you know your teenage boy did something wrong. I love that, too. Also, like, it's so implied. Like, you little bastard, what did you do?
You are a bad cop. Remember this? They cut the square off? Well, maybe they did it because they're trophy hunters. What? Like, you... Oh, we haven't talked about this yet, but I do like the scene where his daughter's getting ready to go meet Brock, and she does that little dance in front of the mirror.
Shimmy. Yeah, like, and I need the cute girl vibe. Oh, gosh,
It was just so random. I loved it. It was just such a neat little... And I also, like, she had a Love Witch poster in her room.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean that movie. I love that movie. That movie's bonkers. Not bonkers.
Nice,
I love the
nice.
tone. I read that the director for Love Witch, she had a really hard time making it on set because a lot of like the dudes on set just didn't get the vibe of the movie, and so she had to
Oh.
fight them to make her movie. Depressing. I just took us into a spot there. But no, okay, so I think the Middle Ages scene too, where he's talking about the werewolf, you got to show that because that's just funny.
And the library scene.
Oh, you would have gotten killed if you were somebody else. You would have been shot. And it's such a nice librarian.
Yeah, shame. He's like, I'm sorry, like, it's just, like, they're calling for you on the walkie-talkie thing. Like, I mean, it's just, that was hysterical.
Oh,
But so many lines that I love. Like, I mean, yeah, there's really some good stuff. I love also when, I've got a couple of lines that I just wrote down randomly that I love. I love when, obviously Julia takes over, like, the one meeting that they've got, and she's, like, talking about, yeah, so, they were, like, wolf teeth marks on the body and stuff. So if everybody sees that Michael J. Fox character walking around and everyone's like, ha ha ha, and she's like, yeah, everybody laughs until she lays out the crime scene photos. It's just so good. I absolutely live for the dialogue in this movie. I really love all the little lines and quips. What did she also say? Yeah, well, Chavez thinks Men in Black is a documentary. When he's asking her, do you think it's a wolf? And she's like, no. Why do you even have to ask? And he's like, well, Chavez and then thinks it's. And she's like, well, Chavez thinks Men in Black is a documentary. So
she knows how to deal with him, doesn't she? She really does.
yeah. I mean, hats off to obviously Julia. Like, she's like, I think how most women feel like, yeah, we just need to deal with all of you, honestly, because you guys are not always easy to deal with.
Oh, I
Not
get it.
saying we are, but you get what I'm saying. Like, because that's the thing, you can see her anger too. Like that where she's like questioning Jeremy and his buddy in the beginning, and he just all of a sudden like just he's weird with her, like, oh, do you have a warrant? Blah blah blah, and then he calls her a stupid name behind her back. And you
Hmm.
can see just her face walking away. Like, she's got anger too, but she doesn't let it get to her. She doesn't let it affect her. She focuses on what needs to be done and not on, like, men being petty and stupid to her, which that's what makes her so great. Like, she's like the aspiring one, like,
Yeah.
aspired to be like Officer Julie. Like,
And when
yeah, I love
Jeremy's
it.
when Jeremy's telling her the story, he doesn't say the actual word he said. He's like, "Yeah, I called him an asshole," and
Yeah.
he lies about that. Oh, but I gotta add in. I think my favorite part too. Oh, yeah. So I want to write an article about just my favorite, like, since maybe 2010, my favorite stills from horror films, and I would definitely include the wide shot of the werewolf on the road looking at his
Oh,
victim because
yeah.
that's a great shot. And I felt bad for her because remember that character before she gets killed, she's going to go to her boyfriend's house who's a total jerk. And her friend's like, oh, I
Mm.
don't want you to go through this. Don't do that. And she's like, well, next time you pick the one guy who actually likes me. It's a really,
Yeah,
that's a lot
in the
of
small
depth for it.
town
Yeah,
where she
that's,
doesn't have a lot of like options. I mean, that's the other thing too. It's like you don't want to be alone, you want to get a partner, but then you're in the small town where men are like they drink, they just drink. What does Jim say there in the beginning? I got drunk for the first time when I was 15 years old, and I turned to the kid next to me, I guess, and said, "This is what normal people must feel like."
yes. Oh, what a beautiful scene. Oh, all that's great, but the
So,
John McEnroe moment's the best.
yeah, I love the yeah, love it every
John,
time.
John McEnroe,
It's
Chavez. Chavez is an interesting guy. Does he like John? They don't like each other, do they?
yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people like John that much, really. I mean, like, and you can't blame them. Like, there's this the one crime scene as well where he's like, to whom is he speaking? I can't remember, but he says something like, "You're a bad police officer. You should have pursued computer sciences because you're bad at this."
Yeah. You got your online degree.
Like, I mean, that's how he talks to people and stuff. So, you know, yeah, he's not the most likable guy because he's got some issues dealing with people. Like, and I think, yeah, I mean, I love it also that it's like a cop thing because kind of comes with the territory when you're so focused on having to do your job, that you kind of forget that you're dealing with people. I love in the end also when the last scene with the AA starts and he's like, yeah, so this is going to be a difficult thing to do. And then he's talking about the speech of the thing that he's going to say in the AA, but then it cuts to him having to deliver all the victims' stuff back to their families and close people. So he's saying, yeah, this is going to be a difficult thing to do. And then the next shot is him like, hi, I'm just going to like delivering this to you. Could you sign here? Like he's doing it so like cold and like, what's the word? Like that's the process and that's what you need to do.
Like withdrawn or not withdrawn?
Yeah, like you would think that's the difficult part of it is to go and give the family the stuff of their loved ones. But he's talking about his speech in the end, not that. I also love that little thing. I don't know if you've seen it, and maybe it's just me, but if you watch it again, just check that little cut when he starts talking and he says, this is going to be difficult to do. And then it shows him talking to people and he's like not having difficulty doing that at all.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
it's
yeah.
that procedural thing that he's so used to doing with his job and stuff. And I think it's also like, you know, where do you lose your humanity in all of it? It's like when you're so focused on having to do the right thing for your job and whatever, but also you're dealing with people and it's bad. And I just think this movie was very good, like showing all these stuff coming together and yeah, how terrible and grotesque it can look, really. Because it's also very true. I mean, anyway.
It's a good movie.
Did I go dark now?
No, it's great. No, that's why this movie just packs so much into 80 minutes. I love it.
So much. Oh.
And it also makes me happy that Jim follows Movies, Films, and Flicks on Twitter. And he's also a fan of Reddit, so I wonder if he learned about Movies, Films, and Flicks from Reddit. Because he likes to go to public freakouts and watch that the page. So I wonder if he heard about Lundgren's front kick. What do you think?
Yeah.
He also follows 25,000 other people, but I'm one of them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Any final thoughts about this movie before we get out of here?
Yeah, just everyone watch it, and if you've seen it, watch it again. Like, I just really love this movie, and like, it's one of my favorite recent movies, if not my favorite one, because I think it's the one that I've seen the most now. It's a joy every time to see it because like the acting also, like, and we just props to the acting. Robert Foster's last role, like that was, also like something, and it was beautiful. He was great. They're all just really, really great in this. Jim is just like I don't know, he's like a revelation for me. He's really good. He's got these little like micro acting moments that I just live for. Every time, like, especially in the beginning, like he tries to deal with his anger by just closing his eyes and like doing the slow turn with his face. He does it so well. It's like you can see him like, is he counting 1, 2, 3 in his head? Is he doing that whole thing? And the acting just in general, very, very good. Obviously, Julia, fantastic. I love Ricky. She's great. I want to see her in more stuff. All in all, I gush over this movie a lot. And I'm so glad we finally could be able to dedicate an entire episode to this because I want more people to see it and talk about it because I think it's really good.
I agree. Watch it now. Go buy it.
Now, immediately.
Do it. Promote this movie to everyone you know. They will enjoy it. It's good. Well, this is fun. What's next? What are we doing next?
What are we doing next? We should, are we going to stick with the horrors? I feel like...
Yeah, I guess.
We do a lot of horrors. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, just let me know.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, maybe like a Hunter x Hunter. Ooh, or no. Neither of us can write a review about The Dark and the Wicked, so maybe we should just talk about it.
Yeah, okay. I'm in. It's on Shudder now, so I can watch it.
Do we, though? Ooh.
I love
That's
it.
a tough one. That's a tough one for me.
I'll tell you what, though. There's movies that are much heavier than Dark and the Wicked, for me. Dark and the Wicked never felt oppressive.
For you.
Oh, for me.
I'm sorry, this is all about you. I forgot. This is Mark's podcast. I'm so sorry. I don't know, it never overwhelmed me, so I'm excited. And you might have to get
that have, you know, you might have that, but I don't know. I love it. Yeah, let's do that. I can't